All right, so we got Daniel starting us off here. He's got the ideal turn 1 for the deck. He's got the little fur ball. I'm not actually even sure what the card is, but it's a 1-drop that we call it Karibo. It's a 1-drop that top 5s for a god, I believe, and then it'll hide itself. So in Belmod, the leader ability allows you to tap hidden mode cards in your battle area to play god cards. So he's kind of like ramping in energy. So you definitely want to see that on turn 1. And we've got Jamaal here playing Krillin. He's going to play the Goten. I am familiar with the general premise of the deck, but each individual card, what they do, I'm still not up to speed on Krillin. Yeah, so I'm going to try and pull these out of. I got them in a stack. I know that 3-man Kamehameha SR he charged is kind of where the deck is working towards to land a big triple strike. How often that happens, I'm not sure, but yep. So that 1-drop Sun Goten Pursuit is a cantrip. Draw 1 card, and then it has an activate main. If your leader is a red Krillin and you discard this card from your hand, add up to 1 Sun Goten, red Sun Goten with an energy cost of 3 and EX evolve from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So draws you a card, and then we'll also find a target for you later, which is nice. He uses the leader ability, which when the leader attacks will top 5 for a red Earthling. He searches Yamcha. He is playing Yamcha because the deck is centered around the Jaguars Island Z Unison. So we'll probably see that on the next turn. Daniel charges a Champa. He's going to swing with leader, draw a card, take a life. Belmod awakens on 5 life. So probably a turn away from that. So Daniel just passes. He's got 2 hidden mode cards, so he's set up with kind of his 2 energy for his leader still on the backside. Now you can see Jamaal looking through what normally would be your Z deck, but when you play against Jamaal, he just has a stack of cards and every Z card you could imagine. So no matter what in testing, he's got what he needs at his disposal. So this Jaguar Island is a 1-cost Z Unison. Well, 1 red energy, 1 Z energy, has barrier, can attack. And then when you activate a red Earthling extra from your hand, add a marker to the card. So the deck is built around these Earthling extra cards. And then it has a -3 activate main / battle. If your leader is a red Krillin card and you place 4 red Earthling extras from your drop at the bottom of their owner's deck, the next time you activate an activate skill on a red extra from your hand during this turn, reduce the skill cost by 1 colorless. So that assists in making a lot of the activate main abilities on the extra cards that cost 1. It makes them free, or on the 3-man Kamehameha, it makes that 3 energy instead of 4. So Z Unison is very important for the deck. Top 5s, it looks like he grabs the dual names. This is the I believe this is the uncommon that is also an SBR. I only have the low rarity version. Yep, it's so that guy is a pay 1, leader's red, and you have 3 or more energy, draw a card, play this card from your hand, deflect, dual attack, and then auto, when you activate a red extra from your hand, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 10,000 power for the turn. And that's not once per turn, so can have quite a bit of board clear if you're going to activate multiple extras on the turn. Card might even see some play in other strategies too. So very good card. All right, so here it looks like he's using Escape from a Monster. That's a 0 energy extra card that has Earthling in all areas with its permanent. It has a free activate main battle if your leader is a red Krillin card. Draw a card, then choose up to one of your red Z unisons and add a marker to it. So really just a filter piece. It also has an activate battle for 1 to draw a card and then choose one of your red cards, and it gets 5,000 power for the turn. So can also act as a sensu being there. So really strong card. And now I believe this 1-drop Trunks has a similar ability to the Goten. It has an activate main if you pitch it from your hand. Add up to 1 red Trunks youth card with an energy cost of 3 and EX evolve from your deck to your hand, then shuffle. So not only are they 1-drop cantrips, but they also find the cards that EX evolve over them, which is very nice. And the leader also has an activate main / battle once per turn. If you discard a red extra card from your hand, you get to play a Sun Goten or Trunks Youth, both red, energy cost of 1, with no keyword skills from your drop and rest mode to kind of facilitate that EX evolve ability. When those EX evolve guys are played, they draw a card and they switch themselves to active mode. So he searches for Tiny Golden Warrior. That's another archetype extra card here. It has an activate main. If your leader is a red Krillin card, the next time you activate an EX evolve on your red Sun Goten or Trunks Youth card during this turn, it can also activate from its owner's drop. So that's pretty neat. And it has an activate battle for 1 energy, which would be reduced by the Z Unisons -4 if you wanted to. But choose up to one of your red cards and it gets plus 20,000 power for the battle. So that's pretty neat. So he's going to EX evolve here from the drop using that card. This is the Trunks comes in, it draws a card, switches to active mode. It has an activate main. Spirit boost 1 once per turn. This card gains barrier until the end of your opponent's turn. So should be able to stick against white, unless I believe it's the Rumchi that Belmod plays that has the barrier removal. So we'll see. Barrier removal is at a premium in white, so whether you want to waste it on a 3-drop 20k early in the game, I'm not sure, but we'll see what he decides to do. If you're just hopping into the stream, we're just playing some casual games this weekend before football starts. Trying to show off a few of the new decks. Hopefully post these videos in the YouTube channel this week. But we figured if we can stream it live, might as well. I know everyone's looking for content. Set is new. There's not a lot of ways to watch Masters games, right? To pick up the strategies and learn. So as much as we can share, we'd like to. Jamaal was commentating with me, but he was needed to hop into play. So he's showing off Krillin here. Hopefully the next game he'll be able to come back, or maybe even I'll cycle in. I've got Goku Black ready to go. It's actually kind of taken apart to I put together Chunk Xeno to try that out. But not really a fan. There are some neat new synergies with the new Trunks, but I don't know. It's still not Pan Xeno, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so it's back to Daniel's turn. He's gonna flip over and awaken since he's at 5 life. So now really he's got 5 energy to play with here, because he gets to play his God cards using the leader skill with the cards in the battle area that are hidden. So that's pretty neat. Both of these decks, in my opinion, are kind of slow, grindy value game decks. So we'll see how that goes. So this rum sheet comes out for 3, but 2 colorless, which means you can use a leader skill. Almost all of these god cards draw a card on play, so that's really strong. And then you have to pop a hidden mode card, and you get to remove something ignoring barrier. So he's gonna hit the trunks here with that. He does get rid of his Moscow, but he's still got the furball there hidden. All right, so Daniel's gonna swing with leader. The leader has an ability to activate battle and reveal a card and gain 10,000 power for the battle. So we'll see if he uses that ability here. Leader draws on swing. He's just swinging at the unison, which is definitely par for the course for Daniel as a slower control player. He's not going to give his opponent any life until he's ready to finish the game, or he has to. All right, so Jamaal's going to use his SCR Yamcha here to clear the Moscow, which is a pretty strong play because it leaves Daniel without any active mode hidden cards in the battle area to play. There's the Iraq card, which is an activate battle that comes in. It's a blocker that you get for 1 energy. That beans your leader and beans itself. So that's definitely a card you want to be playing using the leader skill. It's tapping a hidden mode card from the battle area. So he really just has 1 true energy here to defend. Jamaal figuring out how he wants to start off his turn. Maybe filter for some cards. All right, so he looks like he's activating Stowaways. And it looks like he activated it for free. So the ability that works for free is if your leader is a red Krillin card, add up to 1 red extra with an energy cost of 1 or less from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. He added either Taunt or the little guys. I'm not sure which one. He's playing Taunt. And Taunt says if your leader is a red Krillin card, add up to 1 red extra with an energy cost of 1 or less from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So while I look down to read, I don't know what he searched, but we'll find out. One of the cards I probably already read. So he swings here. He puts the Yamcha on it, which maybe he's trying to bait out the leader ability there. Something you have to play around when you play against Belmod. I'm sure he'd like to build up some Z energy. This deck can also play the Bio Broly Z card. So even for 3 energy and 3 Z energy, that card is pretty crazy. Against white, it will have some limitations. You have to be careful. But this Rumshi is not hidden right now, so it would be nice if Jamaal could take advantage of that and clear some of these things. Sometimes with white, they build the board, and if they have enough ways to flip their cards back over, it can be very difficult to clear the board. If you guys are listening right now and you have any requests for something that you want to see played, let us know. We'll do our best to make that happen. I know Jamaal was going to play Blue Cooler before this, and then switch to Krillin. Somebody in the chat asked for Krillin, so here we are. So Daniel looks like he combos here. Combos in the Krillin, or sorry, not the Krillin, the Liquor. And the Liquor basically stops a card from attacking and ignoring barrier for a turn cycle. So it'll keep that dual attacker from swinging again. So Belmod is being piloted by Daniel. You'll know him from the team, won a regional last season. And then we've got Krillin being piloted by Jamaal. So here it comes. He's playing Beerus Confrontation. This is a card from one of the last champ packs. Thought to be not all that useful, or maybe only useful in Big Iron Broly, but it does play for 1, and it has offering, and it also for Spirit Boost 1, I believe, will hit a card for a 30,000 power reduction. So a nice removal piece there also. So here's the rat card I was talking about. Beans the leader and Beans itself, and now is also it's 25k blocker. So I'm not sure about lists being shared. Well, I think a lot of these are still just day one, kind of early ideas with no events coming up. A lot of this is just trying stuff out. I know Belmod. I mean, you can see from what's being played, a lot of it's just the archetype stuff. I don't think current yet Daniel has played anything that wasn't in Belmod the last set. I know he's got the new negate proxied, the SR, and he's also got the collector rare proxied. So you might see some new cards, but a lot of it is just Belmod. Krillin also kind of, there's some spots for flexibility, but a lot of the cards the engine is pretty large, I guess is what I'm going for there. So it does build itself in a sense, depending on how much you want to stick to the archetype or how much you want to play kind of a generic red deck that has some of these tools. So we'll see. All right, it looks like Jamaal's playing this android. I think it's 13. You can't play it in Saiyan decks, so Earthling decks are good. I think it reduces something's power by 15 or 20. I'm not sure, and then it has some other ability to swing in a battle card. Let me just look it up so I know exactly what it does. It's been a while. Was pretty popular in the 17 and 18 deck that got support in the anniversary box. Also has a winner card, which Jamaal really should be playing. It's only $1.89. All right, so it's a blocker. Pay 1 red if your leader's a red non-Saiyan card. So kind of the same way that green has the Piccolo negate. If you're green non-Saiyan, this is kind of in that same vein. It's draw a card and play this card from your hand. When this card is played, choose if one of your opponent's battle cards are unisons, and it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. And then when this card attacks a battle card, switch it to active mode at the end of the turn. So if you swing at a battle card, you get to restand and get that blocker ability. So it looks like the liquor dies here. He's going to swing at the leader. I believe the dice represents the 5k buff from the Iraq card that he arrived in. And now he's going to give him one more card there. That 4-drop, Patella, Godly Power, I think, is a 1 energy play. And then it has an activate main, draw a card, and choose up to one of your white battle cards and switch it to hidden mode. So another enabler to hide cards that he comboed off there. Looks like Jamaal's burning the marker and tapping out to EX Evolve from the drop. Wants to put a little more pressure on. Be right back. All right, unfortunately, I've been back for about 3 minutes and did not unmute my microphone. That's pretty cool. I was here for the 90K triple strike swing, but did not unmute myself. So luckily, Jay is here to fill in the gaps in the chat. So it looks like Daniel survives. He had the combo, the SCR to get out, but he does survive. And now looks like Maul's still at a very reasonable life total here. I think he's still at 5 life. If you've ever played against Jamaal, you'll know that's not normally where he keeps his life, but since we're playing on stream and he's playing against a white deck, we made sure he did not have his life in the middle of the screen. Now, Jay, you're more than welcome to unmute. I'm not sure if you're unmuted on Jamaal's end for the stream, but you're more than welcome to unmute and join me. My goal was to start this morning bright and early and get a lot of games in before football started, and real life was going to take over. So, of course, everybody slept in, and we got started at 8 o'clock Eastern. But you do what you can. So we'll see if Daniel can navigate this and deal 5 damage.
I know Jay isn't unmuting here, but I absolutely do think that Daniel has the capability of 5-0ing him this turn. Well, triple strikers.
All right, Match joining me here. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm sure he can figure it out. We'll see if he tries to go one by one, or maybe I know he has access to the Champa that's in his energy that is a triple strike, so see if he commits there.
He absolutely has the potential. He just has to get rid of the redirect somehow first.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many
get
markers are
around
on
it.
the unison based on.
I believe it's 4. It's off to the side to the right.
Oh, 4. Okay, so
yeah.
I believe taunt is what you're referring to, right? The redirect there. And that does cost 1 energy to do the redirect. So we'd have to also get the activate battle -4 on the unison to reduce the cost of the extra by 1 to make that happen. So we'll see if Daniel knows to play around that part or not. So the leader will pitch a card and play one of those guys in rest mode, and then the taunt for an energy will redirect to them, which is a neat battle trick that Krillin has access to. He does have to use the -4 here, though, to make it happen, so we'll see. I don't think white. I mean, do these. I don't think the 1-drops have deflect either. Oh, the 3-drops do. Let's see. No, the 1-drops don't have deflect, so it is possible too. I believe the new white counterplay. There is a a 3-drop, right? I think I'd have to look it up real quick to make sure I'm not making this up, but I believe there is a 3-drop counterplay that I'm not sure exactly what its target hits. Yep, Hyper Meta Rildo Masterpiece counterplay limit 1. The battle card being played has an cost of 3 or less placed in its owner's drop instead of it being instead of playing it, then play this card and it has a permanent if your life is a 4 or less, which Daniel has. And you have a hidden mode card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So it'd be a 1 energy play. And then choose up to one of your white battle cards and it gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. So there are a few dual attackers like this Belmod that could attack twice. So that would, I'm not sure if he's running that, but we'll see. It is an option. If you don't want to play around the taunt. But he also just has a bunch of 1-drops on board anyway, so I guess that doesn't have to counterplay any of them, they're already there. If you're watching and you haven't signed up on Monday, we're having a box tournament if we can fill enough spots to have it fire. It's been posted in the community group and in our Dimension Magic Teams Discord. Hoping to take advantage of the holiday. People have some time off to play and hang out, so hopefully that'll fire. All right, so Daniel passes. Could not figure out how to navigate and take all 5 life. He must have some defense here. He has no hidden mode cards, so he does have to just play with the energies got to defend. Oh, where's Jamaal? Jamaal's playing. That's why he's not commentating with me. He's currently playing Krillin, so hard to play and commentate at the same time.
Apologies, Bobby. My mic seemed to have cut out there.
Yeah, you
But
joined me and then you left me. Yeah,
I,
hashtag
I
abandoned.
would never leave you, Bobby. You know
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you and love what you do for us. But I was saying it did look like, unfortunately, Daniel burned a lot of his threats, unfortunately, on defense on that big 95K swing, 90K swing, I believe that Jamaal used.
Yep. 90K triple.
It's a lot. It's a shame he didn't have a way to hide any of his cards to use that really good new negate that we have, the Revenge Death Ball.
Yeah, really strong tool for white, for sure.
100%. But this Krillin deck overall is just really hard for white to push through, specifically because of that Z Unison. It gets a lot of markers really fast, and the white, especially Belmod, it requires at least I would say 2 hitting cards on board or in the early game, so it takes some setup, which unfortunately gives Krillin time to set up as well.
Yeah, so Daniel played the Iraq card, comes in. It is a 20K blocker for 1 energy, and it buffs the leader in itself by 5K. But he was smart enough to know that with 5 open energy, there's no way he's going to get to block with that card, so he just comboed it off. And now, in a turn of events here, playing the white SCR is the red deck. So Jamaal hits Daniel with his own card. This will come in. It will hide the entire board, which honestly is not worst case scenario for white if he had more of a board. But it will deal damage. It will buff his leader by 10K, and then he can activate main, pop a hidden mode card on his opponent's board to draw a card, and Daniel will stoop it up there. So hopefully you got a chance to see Krillin. That was pretty cool. Daniel piloting Belmod with some new support. And we'll go to the break screen and we will come back and get you some more games.